Shuma Auto Parts. They are the only supplier of genuine Ford and Mazda parts, which comes straight from the manufacturer. They have everything in stock for both latest and ordinary Mazda, and they also stock service parts such as diesel filters, aircon filters, diesel pumps, steering pumps, turbochargers, engine overhaul gaskets, parts, and body parts. If they don't have parts you're looking for, they can order within 5 to 10 working days. To top it up, Shuma Auto Parts also supply Maxxis tires and CST tires.
Really? But where are they found?
They are found on Chandram Sonda Road, Cruiser Auto Workshop in Lusaka. Call on 0979 192057 and 0960747235. Email shumaautoparts@gmail.com. Shuma Auto Parts for all your genuine vehicle parts.
The happy world of 5FM Radio, your adult contemporary radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good evening. This is the 5FMA News at 18:30 with Judith Mwape. The headlines. Zambia achieves an impressive 49% increase in detecting and treating TB patients. NAPSA, WCFCB, and Macro Ocean Investment Consortium signed the common terms and financing agreements. Flooded classrooms as Mozambique capital closes all schools. And now the news in detail. Health Minister Sylvia Masebo says Zambia reached an impressive 49% increase in detecting and treating TB patients from 36,866 in 2019 to 54,848 in 2022. Ms. Masebo says this high performance was sustained in 2023 when nearly 55,000 TB patients were detected, adding that the TB treatment success rate has been over 90% for the last 5 years. She has added that further, over 90% of eligible people living with HIV have received TB preventive treatment. The minister says these efforts have undoubtedly contributed to reducing the TB incidence rate from 391 per 100,000 population in 2015 to 295 in 2022. Speaking during the commemoration of this year's World TB Day, themed Yes, We Can End TB, the minister has reminded the citizens that Zambia in the year 2022 had an estimated 59,000 people with TB, translating to 295 cases per 100,000 inhabitants. Meanwhile, the minister says this year's theme resonates with government's agenda in promoting the active participation of all sectors and communities in building a resilient health community. The health minister says the government is doing so through health service decentralization and increasing the health workforce, especially in rural areas.
I'm delighted to report that Zambia achieved an impressive 49% increase in detecting and treatment, or rather treating TB patients from 36,866 in 2019 to 54,848 in 2020. Remarkable increase indeed. This high performance was sustained in 2023 with nearly 55,000 TB patients being detected.
The National Pension Scheme Authority, NAPSA, Workers' Compensation Fund Control Board, WCFCB, and Macro Ocean Investment Consortium Limited has signed the common terms and financing agreements for upgrading the Lusaka-Ndola Road to a dual carriageway. This key agreement will see the upgrading of Lusaka-Ndola Road to dual carriageway of approximately 327 km of T3, including rehabilitation of the Luansha-Fisenge-Masangano Road. The total project cost is approximately $650 million, with its duration expected to take 36 months. Speaking during the signing ceremony, NAPSA Director General Muyangwa says the authority's funding towards the project is a total of $300 million, approximately 46% of the total project. He says the other financiers include the Workers' Compensation Fund Control Board, will contribute $50 million, and MOICLN Consortium.
But patriotically takes up its role as a major stakeholder in national development and financer of key national economic infrastructure. A new NAPSA that is responding to the jobs and wealth creation agenda espoused by the New Dawn government and the Republican President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. As we finance these and other strategic projects, we do so and shall continue to do so with a sense of utmost responsibility to our members whose funds we invest for their benefits, their loved ones, and the country.
In the meantime, Workers' Compensation Fund Control Board indicates that connectivity to be provided by this dual carriageway enhances the development of Zambia's critical human and social capital, which is a key driver of national development. The Safety for People on the Move, in collaboration with 1xBet, has launched the Smart Driver of the Month project as part of its social responsibility efforts. This initiative will continue until December 2024 and aims to recognize and reward deserving drivers across the country. Speaking during the launch, Alinani Misisia, the Deputy Director for Safety at the Road Transport and Safety Agency, emphasized the importance of supporting this initiative to reward drivers who comply with traffic regulations. He highlighted that road users are the primary and most crucial aspect of the transport system. Therefore, considering road users' behavior is vital for accident prevention nationwide.
I'm delighted to be part of this initiative by Safety for People on the Move, an organization that is dedicated to improving road safety and improving the road safety profile of our country. The initiative to reward drivers that are compliant to road traffic laws and regulations is welcome and needs the support of all of us present here today. Road users are the primary and most important aspect of the transport system. Providing for user needs is the primary characteristic of a sustainable transport system.
Speaking at the same event, Safety for People on the Move President Chifuesa Kaoma expressed concern with continued high numbers of road fatalities in the country, urging the drivers to adhere to traffic rules and regulations to save lives.
The United Nations General Assembly has also set an ambitious target of halving the global number of deaths and injuries from road traffic crashes by 2030. We firmly believe as an organization that this is attainable, as the road traffic injuries can be prevented. While the government has the responsibility of comprehensive road safety measures, active participation, like I said earlier, sector and civil society organizations.
And 1xBet representative, Fupi Moana, has reaffirmed the company's commitment towards making the project a success.
So as we a significant journey towards enhancing road safety here in Zambia, our collective goal is to improve safety on our roads. And I am filled with optimism as we launch this initiative that
other stakeholders include Commuter Rights Association of Zambia President Aaron Kamuti, Balsam Driving School, and Unka Go. government has paid tribute to Center for Environment Justice, CEJ, for enlightening mining communities in Sinazongwe District, Southern Province, against exploitative displacements, land and environmental rights. Sinazongwe District Commissioner Mchimunya Siakole said mining investors must fairly compensate communities by using the laid-down resettlement process and not underpay host communities like what was witnessed in the past with some core investors. Mr. Siakole said the 8 years of CEJ working in Sinazongwe has helped citizens to get enlightened, adding that they now inform government officials if investors act irresponsibly, especially on displacements. The senior government official made the remarks during a multi-stakeholder dialogue in Sinazongwe District, Southern Province.
CJ started a long time trying to sensitize or telling our community on what to do once we've got investors. I want to say thank you to CJ, director and the team, because way back we used to have people like receiving the investors in their communities, receive money from them, not knowing the repercussion at the end because those people were underpaid. And this has made people to wake up once they have an investor within the village, they will even like rush to responsible officers and inform us that they have got investors within. Then we'll sit together and guide them on what to do.
Meanwhile, CEJ Executive Director Maggie Mwape said her organization will launch another project in Sinazongwe District in April with the support from the European Union Commission to be implemented until 2027. Ms. Mwape said other districts to benefit from this project includes Kabwe, Mufulira, Lufwanyama, and Serenje districts.
As we come together to address critical issues surrounding environmental rights, land rights, community displacements, and crucial topics of resettlement and compensation. Under these auspices of the Resilient Initiative for Sustainable Environment, the RISE project, which has been supported by the Bread for the World Germany, and it is running up to 2026, and CEJ is the main implementer. We are reminded of the importance of open dialogue and sincere conversation and collaborative efforts across diverse actors.
The Energy Regulation Board has emphasized the significant role of the media in delivering news and insights to the public, particularly regarding energy regulation. During a breakfast meeting with various media houses in Lusaka, Director of Corporate and Consumer Affairs, Muika Malindima, highlighted the commitment to transparency, collaboration, and open dialogue with the media community. Mr. Malindima states that the media collaboration aims to increase public awareness, support informed decision-making, and create an environment conducive to alternative and renewable energy initiatives. He emphasized the critical role of the energy sector in driving economic growth, ensuring sustainability, and addressing global challenges such as climate change. He expressed hope that the media breakfast event would enhance the media fraternity's understanding on energy issues, leading to proactive and accurate reporting on sector development.
Colleagues from the media, it's against this background that the ERB is committed to transparency, collaboration, and open dialogue with the media fraternity to ensure that we raise public awareness and promote informed decision-making and create a supportive environment for alternative and renewable energy initiatives in the country. Media engagements have assumed greater importance with the growth of social media and its widespread influence.
In other stories trending this evening, the Lusaka City Council has initiated comprehensive inspections and investigations targeting all scrap metal dealers within the city to identify and address of stolen metal items, particularly those sourced from public infrastructure and roads. The Drug Enforcement Commission has rounded up 17 notorious drugs picked up in hard-to-reach communities on the Copperbelt. Up next, the business news.
5
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
The Zambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry has congratulated the government and the steering committee of the Haddock Creditor Committee for reaching an agreement in principle on the key commercial terms of a proposed restructuring transaction relating to the government's bonds due in 2022, 2024, and 2027. Zambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry President Anthony Kabahe says this landmark agreement with the steering committee is pivotal for Zambia's development trajectory. In a statement, Kabahe says the restructuring of the Eurobond will provide crucial debt relief, with approximately $840 million in claims being foregone and for offering approximately $2.5 billion in cash flow relief through reduced debt servicing payments during the IMF program period. He says, consequently, this debt deal is anticipated to have a positive ripple effect on the country's economy. That ends the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current trade and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
And now on foreign news, schools in Mozambique's capital city are being forced to close for a week after heavy rains caused widespread flooding in buildings and roads. The closures affect all of Maputo's state and private schools. 18 accommodation centers are available for people in need, city authorities say, but these only house a few thousand people. A total of almost 43,000 people have been affected by the flooding, according to Maputo Municipal Council. At least 2 people have died since the downpour began on Sunday. Here's a roundup from the BBC.
A federal government agency in the United States says the container ship which crashed into a bridge in Baltimore City had lost propulsion. It said the ship warned officials of a possible collision. The Israeli Prime Minister has said that the apparent rejection by Hamas of a current proposal for a truce in Gaza shows the damage done by the UN Security Council resolution demanding an immediate ceasefire. The US Supreme Court will hear arguments today in a case which will determine the availability of a widely used abortion drug, mifepristone. The head of Russia's security agency, the FSB, has said he does not rule out that the US and Britain, as well as Ukraine, were behind the attack on the Crocus City concert hall, which left almost 140 people dead. The Islamic State group has claimed the attack. Ukraine has described the fresh allegations as lies. Russia continues to insist there's a link to Ukraine.
And finally, in sports news, more than 1,600 football fans across England and Wales with football banning orders are being told to hand in their passports to stop them going to Euro 2024 in Germany. Fans will have to surrender their UK passports from 4th June until the tournament ends on 14th July. Severe failure to comply could result in up to 6 months in prison. The Euros take place from 14th June to 14th July. And now the weather report brought to you by Class Econ.
Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
Luapula, northern, Muchinga, and eastern provinces will be partly cloudy, slightly windy, and warm to mild, with isolated light rainfall and occasional thunder. Northwestern, western, southern, Lusaka, central, and Copperbelt provinces will have few clouds, windy at times, and mild to cool. That ends the weather report.
Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy.
Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
And that weather item brings us to the end of the Zambia achieves an impressive 49% increase in detecting and treating TB patients. The consortium signed the common terms and financing agreements. Flooded classrooms as Mozambique capital closes all schools. For more news, follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the Happy Board of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. I'm Judith Mwabe. Good evening.